No way.
You
$1,000. Yeah,
$1,000.
Hey man, practice was good, Chad. You ain't better than none of these boys. They look like they might fit their hands too.
Man, a couple of them I can get now. I don't know if I can play with them anymore with these knees, but I know I can grab one of them.
You've made personal protector. That's all you can play right now.
I played PP in the Super Bowl though. So
that's special.
This special.
Yeah.
Hey man, we're gonna go
around Super Bowl. We have practice.
We talking about practice?
We talking about practice.
Hey, man, let's go sit with Sneed, man.
Don't bother me at
That's
all.
Mac.
Ooh, they ain't gonna say nothing about this Titan jersey.
That's Mac.
They ain't gonna say nothing about this
Bro,
Titan
you good?
jersey.
Solid.
What they gonna say?
Same old.
Hey, you see how we cut the room off
baby?
again though, Freddie T? Look how we cut the room off this time. See now we got Louisiana on this side
And Super Bowl.
and Super Bowls.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Florida over here though, you know, we hold it down.
Channing, but you're not even from Florida.
I know.
So, but he.
Where is
but-
you from?
Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
You banging Florida?
What's that? Well, I've been in Florida like 25 years.
Okay,
Yeah,
understood.
more than half
See,
my life.
but he Aquarius. I already done adopted him though. He like me.
How you
How you
know
adopt
a
people
man-
based off of when they were born?
But he got a dog in him. He be chilling until,
he's super chill.
until you get him wrong.
Facts.
Y'all keep up with other dudes.
We
Astrological
the
sign.
pivot. We do research. Like
Well, it's
things
Aquarius.
jump out.
Hey, only Freddie Tito look at a birthday and go, man, we got the same sun.
Wow, he's a Sagittarius. He must be
They
an Earth
see
symbol.
how the snowball happen. They always find a way.
Fred, I don't know nobody's astrological sign.
It's not
It only matter
He's
to
staying
me if you my sign. Man, I don't care. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up. On the mission got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision, I can trust. Limitless. Niggas to me, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up. On the mission got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision, I can trust. Limitless. Niggas to me, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up.
L'Jarius Sneed, man, welcome to the Pivot.
Sir, thank y'all for having me.
Channing Crowder, Fred Taylor, Ryan Clark. This is the Pivot, a part of Fanatics. I remember when you were coming out, I had a coach call me and tell me you should have been a first rounder. And he said there were some things that happened while you were at La Tech, which we'll get into eventually, that you had to overcome in the draft process. And then part of that is finding a way to excel as a player, but also a human, so you can outlive those things. And I believe you have. You've broken generational curses for your family. Let's take me back just to 2020, before you were drafted. If I went to your hometown and I said, I want you to describe the family legacy of the Sneeds, right, before you become L'Jarius Sneed, All-Pro, Super Bowl champion, what would people in your hometown say about your family?
To be honest, jail. You know, growing up, you know, everybody was in jail, in and out of jail, and I made the difference, though.
You look back at that and having your father be incarcerated when you were born, losing your mother for years as well. What did your brother TQ mean to you?
It means a lot, man. He's the one who showed us the way. You know, when Mom went in and when Dad went in, he was the one who had us on his shoulder, you know, carrying us to Grandma's house every day. And, you know, he's the one who fits our play and, you know, everything.
How did you break it? That's
man.
That's a question a lot of people got to answer with a family and an upbringing like you had. How do they break it?
Definitely, I say God first, you know. He put me in the position, you know, hard work, dedication, and I was the chosen one out of the family. You know, my brothers, they both had a chance. My oldest brother and my second brother, he blew his knee right before he went to the NFL. You know, I felt like I was the chosen one.
How has losing TQ inspired you on this journey?
Oh man, it's so crazy. It seems like he knew he was finna go, honestly, because he came to me and just take care of mama. Make sure you take care of my mama. Make sure you do this and do that, and that's my angel.
When you signed this deal, you know, you said it gave you the opportunity to be not only a vessel of God for your family, but for your kids. You now get an opportunity to do things in a different way for them than you had. How important has it been for you now to know that you have enough money to take care of your kids in a different way from where you've come from?
Oh, man, you know, I wouldn't say just the money. The knowledge that I know now, you know, everything that I learned, you know, I'm trying to install in my kids because I didn't know it growing up. And, you know, and it got me for where I am now, and I'm trying to install everything that I know into them.
Somebody said you was a sorry wide receiver in high school too, though, before you went to. They said that's why you didn't really have a lot of offers because you play offense, but you didn't have no hands.
I did. I had a lot of hands. Go back, check the stats, check the yards. I was the guy at wide receiver. I was the guy.
Well, what happened? Why they moved you to defense?
I don't know, man. Skip Holtz. I begged him to let me play wide receiver. He was like, no, I think you better at defense. You know, look where he got me.
That's God working.
Definitely.
But even along those lines, most DBs are fighting, especially now in the league, they fighting to get back to single digit. I know you wore 1 at La Tech. Why are you staying at 38? Why do you wear 38?
Because my brother picked that number for me. And I stayed on 138th Street, and that felt like it was meant for me.
Wow.
So I'm going to stick on it.
All you've been through, does that make you the player you are? Like when you line up again, because you're a number one, you chasing around the best athletes in the world.
Yeah.
Like, does that give you an edge?
It does give me an edge. I feel that if I don't play football, man, I'll be mad at the world. You know, that's my happy place. That's where I go and let things unleash on the football field.
And when if somebody does start talking trash to you, do you kind of be taken back like?
Yeah, I don't take trash talk. I'm going to talk my trash.
But you know what I'm saying? Then you be like, oh, you don't. You
like,
must
he
not.
think it's sweet. That's what it is, because I'm quiet, you know, I'm quiet. I ain't going to go start it, you know. But I start my little slick little stuff, you know, and I get them to come out, and that's when I come out.
So we've seen, everybody saw you jam Tyreek. That's the play. That's going everywhere. But you have some real on-field beef with a few wide receivers. Like, I've seen it. If it's one dude for you that every time you see him, it's on sight, what wide receiver would that be?
One for the Cincinnati Bengals, Chase.
But why? Like, you ball, both of y'all
I
from the boot?
I respect his game. We're both from the boot, but you know, just when we get on the field, it's just that competition. I think that's what they were both from the boot. You know?
What about Diggs though? Like
Diggs, you know.
I done seen y'all going back and forth too. Like
Yeah, we have. There was that Buffalo and you know the Chiefs beef right there. You know.
So a year ago, the question surrounding the Chiefs was, well, they're not going to do well. They don't have any receivers. You lost Tyreek, you know, before that, and they were questioning the talent of that receiving core.
Right.
Now you're in a place where y'all got dogs. D-Hop, Ridley, you know, you throw in Tyler Boyd into that mix too. Y'all got 3 solid receivers. Guys you get to see every day. How does that help elevate your play?
Yeah, a lot, man. You know, they teach me. I ask them guys what I'm doing wrong, what you see when I line up, what make you do this and that. You know, they give me the knowledge. You know, being around vet guys like that and elite wide receivers who've been in the league, who knows the game, and it's take my game to a whole nother level.
Talk trash in practice every day with them too?
Definitely.
Calvin been getting you the business? Because I watched Calvin go in motion today. He go in motion fast.
Yeah, Cal, he full speed everything you do. Even when he walk throughs, you know, we full speed with each other every day.
How much do you kind of revel or relish in opportunities to go good on good in these sorts of settings, being that, you know, we talked about it on the field. Like, you're a dude that likes to travel with the number one.
Second.
Like, how important is it to have somebody like Calvin on the other side that you feel can push you each and every day?
It gonna slows me down in the game. Oh, Calvin, I can lock Calvin up. Oh yeah, I know no guy messing with Calvin in the league.
Right.
You know, so I'm prepared for the week and I'm ready.
Being that number one travel corner, I ain't gonna call no other people out, but when you're a top corner and you play a side, and a lot of people say that's the defensive scheme.
Yeah.
But you as a lockdown corner, could you go to your DC and be like, bro over here, I'm about to go over
I'm
here.
gonna lock him down. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to gain that respect with the North still, but yeah, that's what I do. I told them about telling Spaz right before the season last year.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be number one. I want to travel with everybody the whole season.
And you, no matter who it is.
No matter who it is.
I don't need no help. I don't know
help.
safety. We leaning which way that way.
No safety, no help. Give me help every now and then now. Hey, every now and then we need the help now.
Yeah.
You know, but put me on the bill.
I want to take you back to a 2-play sequence. I actually broke down this tape. Baltimore Ravens, AFC Championship. Zay catches the ball down the left sideline. One, I think it's underrated how difficult that tackle was.
Definitely.
Open field, you make the tackle. and then you come back, Zay catches the crosser, chase him, punch the ball out on the goal line. To me, without that play, the Kansas City Chiefs aren't in the Super Bowl. That's the prime example of a short memory.
Definitely.
Right? Defense gives up a big play. Now we got to line back up. Take us through what you were thinking during those plays and how you had the wherewithal to punch the football out at the goal line.
Yeah, I'm going to start off with the play where he caught the ball. You know, I was going to safety. I was going to play safety and play my half and got too nosy, you know, and he caught the ball and, you know, did his little thing and I made the tackle. And when he got up, you know, I seen him at the back of me when he spent the ball. So I'm in my head like he's young, you know. You respect the game. You know, I know a play going to come where I can make a play. And so I seen it and I knew he was going under. I just had to make it to him. You know, he was fast, and I was like, just make the tackle. And once I seen him punch the ball out to reach for the touchdown, something you never want to do. So I swiped at the ball, and big time play.
When you make that play, does it register to you that that's one of those plays that can help put my team in the Super Bowl? Because not all plays are the same. Right, the play that happens in the first quarter where you make the tackle or make the play, there's so much game left. But that's the Baltimore Ravens trying to gain momentum and unseat the team that's been the mark for greatness in the AFC. After you make that play, is it starting to register to you, okay, this might have gave us the opportunity to get another one of these rings?
It definitely gave me that, you know, this opportunity to go back out there. We got it. You know, we took the momentum. They had the momentum at the moment. You know, once we made that play, I was like, we took the momentum. Let's go back to the sideline. They want to celebrate. Like, no, let's go back to the sideline. We still got a lot more game to play. And I knew once then the guys locked back in, and I knew we was ready.
When you were playing for the Chiefs, it was Holmes, it was Mahomes, it was Reek, it was Kelsey. Like, it was an offensive thing. Andy Reid being an offensive genius and all that stuff. Defensively, because y'all had dogs. Y'all had Pro Bowls.
Dogs.
Y'all got dogs. Chris, y'all had dogs at every level.
Trent.
Dog.
Over there, did y'all, I don't want to say feel a certain way, but did y'all feel slighted by this is an offensive team? And we like, bro, we top 5.
Yeah, definitely. You know, that's why we went in every week and try to show everybody that we's the one who, you know, who's doing this. You know? Who won for us, you know, we're the one who's doing this.
Yeah. Did you feel the respect, or y'all just kept fighting?
We just kept fighting. You know, we never got our respect at the defense, you know, never. You know, we just kept fighting and kept fighting and kept fighting. We got our respect from the players inside, though. Mahomes, you know, Trav, and all those guys. They gave us our respect, you know, from the outside, no.
Speaking of teammates in Kansas City, there's no way you grow up playing football in Louisiana and Tyrann Mathieu is not somebody you have a fond respect for.
Definitely.
And if you know his story, everybody understands what happened at LSU and the things that he went through. You had an opportunity to be on the team with him. And he said when you were young, he's like, everybody's going to know L'Jarius Sneed's name
Told me that.
by the end of the season. So what did you take from being in the same locker room, on the same field with someone who had overcome as much as Tyrann to become an all-pro future Hall of Fame player?
Oh, man, you know, Tyrann, you know, he was someone everybody looked up to, like you said. Coming out of college and knowing that I was going to the Chiefs and being on the team with him, somebody with like a similar story as me who can relate to me. And when I got in, man, Tyrann showed me everything. Like the way, how to act, you know, how to come in and just work, even bring me to his house. You know, we kick it and chill, pray together, everything we do together, man. I don't think I've never been around a leader like Tyrann.
Man, that's awesome, man.
Do you miss those guys out in KC?
Yeah, I miss him. Yeah, I miss him, but you know, it's like your ex, you know, your first love, you know.
Business first.
Business first, you gotta move on.
Right, we had a chance to sit with Rand earlier before practice. He just expressed that they have 48% turnover, like in new players on the team. And I asked him about leadership and bringing someone in like you that is coming from a winning culture and being able to lean on you for leadership. How do you accept that role? Still as a young guy, but have seen success, now you have to try and get that culture or get this team to develop that sort of culture.
I wouldn't say it's an easy task to take, you know. I'm coming in as a quiet guy, chill, laid back, you know, coming from a team where I didn't have this much leadership or had to take this role. And I can say I'm taking it very well, though, you know, coming in every day, showing the guys everything that I learned from a winning culture and try to bring it here, you know, installing them guys. I know what it takes. And I know what role to do. I know everything. I ain't gonna say everything, but I know what it takes.
Right. How far is that though, L'Jarius, from who you entered the league as in Kansas City? Because you're quiet now. I would think that you had to be even quieter as a rookie.
Yeah.
So to think 4 years later, you become an all-pro player, Super Bowl champion, and now will be considered a leader here. How do you feel about how far you've come?
Oh man, I say the steps that I made to get where I'm at now, I say it gives me comfort in how to lead. From when I was rookie year, like you said, I was quiet, but I ain't say nothing to nobody. I think that's why Spaz loved me. I just was quiet and do my work.
Yeah. You a country, you're a country as hell. How big is Minden, Louisiana, bro?
Man, Minden, Louisiana is probably this big right in this room, right? Everybody know everybody.
You could buy Minden now.
Yeah, definitely.
They talking about the backside of the trade. So going back to the front side, because you joked about, it's like an X, it is what it is. But to RC's question about the second Super Bowl ring, and I feel this way too, if you don't make that play on the goal line, it might not be a number 2 ring.
I agree.
What you did, overcoming 4th round pick, becoming the lockdown number 1 corner, and them saying, I read that Andy Reid, who's been in this game a long time, said you one of his favorite players he ever coached and one of the best people he ever coached. Patrick Mahomes said the same thing. He was like, man, I hate that the salary cap thing happened. We couldn't keep Sneed. On the front side of the trade, how did those conversations go? What was those back and forth like? Because, bruh, I was surprised when I found out you were tight.
Yeah, man, I didn't talk to him. I was upset, man. I was upset, Kansas, that's like my first love,
Yeah.
They showed me the way, showed me how to be a champion, gave me 2 rings, and, it's just, I was bitter. I was angry because I wanted to stay in that environment around everybody who I was used to. But, it's God's plan.
Yeah, but they didn't give you 2 rings.
No, they didn't give me 2 rings.
You earned those
them.
rings.
Yes, sir, you're right.
And then you also earned the highest paid cornerback in the history of the NFL.
Did that, yeah.
For about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I did that.
That's a lot of money out there, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, you well-deserved, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
Coming to a place now in Tennessee, and we were talking about it on the field, where things are new. You mentioned trying to earn that sort of respect or just build the relationship with Denard that you've had, being able to go in last year and say, Spags, I want to travel with the number 1. Spags is special, man. I think he gets a bad rep for what it was when he was the head coach, but he's one of the best big game defensive coordinators that's ever lived. When you guys were preparing for the San Franciscos and the Baltimores and the Buffalo, how special was it to be in the room with Steve Spagnuolo?
Oh, man, it was very special, man. He's a very, 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 how can I put it, a very passionate man about his job. He's Italian, so you know how them Italian guys is, They get very angry, but, man, Spaz, I think he's one of the best I've been around. Yeah.
You play with all of these different guys, and you have these opportunities to grow, and now being here, it's different, bro. You got a first-year head coach. You have Rand Carthon trying to put his imprint on the team. You have all of these new players. You've never had NFL struggle. What sort of leader and person, player will L'Jarius Sneed be if things don't go right here early?
Yeah, man, I had a couple of adversity with the previous team. I know how to handle adversity, and I know what to get to the guys and tell those guys, next play mentality or next game mentality, fight to the end.
Because they were talking about this guy. A lot of teams do this. When the guys win championships, they bring championship guys over.
Yeah.
But does it really translate? Like, you won 2 rings, but can you teach a guy that ain't never won a ring or don't know how to win a ring, don't know how to grind? Does that translate? Because it happens all the time, but I don't know if it really translates over.
Yeah, I can say it can. It's a reason, we win championships. And, I can come in and tell you guys how to do it. We all just got to buy in as a one, as a whole. We do that, we're going to be all right.
Did you buy in to the Taylor Swift concert when the rest of the teammates was hanging out?
Never been to one.
Never?
Never been to one. I was tired of the Taylor Swift talk, man.
Like what type of music you into? You wasn't into shaking off?
I'm in Wild Wave, country songs.
Boss Man, D-Lo.
Boss Man, I talked to Boss Man.
Yeah.
Boss Man hard. Who else? NBA Young Boy.
Right.
From the boot, all of that.
Right.
his
Nah,
generation.
shake it off, ain't it? Shake it off.
There's some Swifties in the boot, ain't it?
I don't know about no Swift. I ain't gonna be lying. I ain't know about Swift until Travis, you know.
look what he did though. He was like this here. So, you know, there's like different symbols. Obviously, you know, you think about the NFL, there's signals, right? You get your calls from the sideline or the green dot telling y'all what to do, safeties, just to read my homeboy who I trained. You know, you guys play, you communicate. You have a signal where your mother touches her eye, crosses her heart with her hands and points at you. Can you tell people who don't know where and how that communication between y'all started?
Yeah, Mom, man, you know, she had me in jail, so when we went home every day, I go see her in jail. You know, every time I leave her, she always gave me the I, love, and the you. That's what we did every time from the gates.
Do y'all still do it even though she's out now?
Yes, we still do it, and she also got a little voice thing that she does, and when I know it's her in the stands.
Wait, your mom, so she's loud enough to hear from the stand?
Yeah, I'll be hearing, I point that voice out every time. She been doing it since high school.
What does she say?
It's like an Indian sound.
Go ahead.
So it was perfect for the Chiefs.
Yeah, definitely.
She gonna need a new
She gonna keep
sound.
it. She said she gonna keep it.
Yeah?
Yeah, she said she gonna keep it.
I love that.
Your pops now, man, your pops ended up being your chef. And when he got out, you had, and I guess it's like any kid would envision, it's like the reason my father isn't here is because he can't be.
Right.
And then when he does get released, you expect, okay, now we get to be a family. How difficult was it for you when he moved away to Dallas and that wasn't the case?
Oh man, it hurted my heart, you know. That's all I ever wanted was my dad to come home to me. After that, and, you know, he went straight to Dallas. And it did something to me. It broke me down. You know, I always wanted him to be in the house with me because that's my father. I never had that time with him. And, you know, when I went to Dallas with him, you know, we tried to build that relationship, but it felt like it was just too late when he was trying to discipline me. And I wasn't going for it because I never was used to him yelling at me or doing none of that to me. Yeah.
How was that? Because I know your mom had to end up coming to get you pretty quickly. You've never had a father around to have those conversations or to tell you in a stern way to not do something. And the first time it happens, it's like, nah, like, you know, I'm growing up. I am older. And your mom said you had hands too. I read that. So when you guys have that first confrontation and your daddy is trying to discipline you, what was your reaction to that?
My reaction was, man, buckle up on, but Pops wasn't going for that.
So you puffed up on Pop?
Yeah, I did. I learned my last time ever doing it.
Did you forget he just came out of
Yeah, I literally forgot. I thought I had him though. I literally forgot. Yeah.
That's a whole different type of
A whole
problem
different
you
type
gotta
of
deal
problem,
with.
man.
Right.
A whole different.
Say, bro, this training camp tour needs to end. We spending way too much money. That's why we had to link up with Chime.com. It's a checking account that allows you fee-free overdraft up to $200 with SpotMe. Or you can get your direct deposit. I know you love a direct deposit when it hit. You can get your direct deposit up to 2 days early. Just go to Chime.com/pivot to sign up right now.
No monthly fees, no maintenance fees, and you know I don't keep a lot of money in my accounts. So I might have an overdraft. Now I got something else canceled because I'm in the negative. Spot Me got you for $200. So now that next deposit goes right to your account. Man, it's like, you know, it's financial institution that got you. It's about community. We ain't trying to get over on you with Chime. Chime ain't trying to get over on you.
Also, guys, eligible members can boost a friend's account with SpotMe, so you can take care of each other. Freddie T needs something, Chan needs something, I need something, then we all good. Live it up this summer and make progress toward your financial goals with Chime. Open your account in minutes at chime.com/pivot. That's chime.com/pivot. Chime feels like progress.
Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. SpotMe eligibility required and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
You know, now having everybody together, the pictures of signing here, you know, you have 3 kids. Now, what was the moment like? And I know it's tough, right? You get traded from like the only place you knew, right? Like that's your spot. That's where you become who you are. But you get to go somewhere that wants you so bad, they trade for you. Wants you so bad, they break the bank for you. What was it like to have your family walking around the building knowing that no longer will the first thing that comes up when you type in Sneed be about incarceration in Minden?
Oh man, my family, my mom, first of all, you know, she's the one who stood by my side through it all. And I'm just thankful for her. You know, I have my son here too. He was happy, jumping around. That's the biggest blessing. You know, I try to make sure he see all of this. Everything that I do, I try to make sure he sees it because, you know, I didn't have it when I was little. And, you know, I just want to make him grow up in the right direction.
How do you deal with now? We've talked about this before. You become the patriarch of the family.
Yeah.
If it's just purely financial, but people are going to look to you, people are going to ask you questions, ask for advice. How do you deal with that? What's your support staff? What's your, you know, maybe leadership council of people that you lean on? Because tell you, I ain't got the kind of money you got. And I'm old as hell, played the league for 7 years. I ain't got that type of money. What's your approach to now being that patriarch of a family that does have some past history, but now you could change all of that and you're going to be the guy they all come to?
Right, man, you know, it get tough. It get real tough, you know. You got people hitting you up for left and right. People coming out of the network, people who you never know, saying they're your cousins. You know, it's very difficult because I got a big heart. And I always want to give. And I think that's my problem right there.
See? Y'all laughing at me. I'm not big on horoscopes and stuff, but I know I got a huge heart.
He's reading me.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And how hard is it for you to say no?
It's very hard, man.
I struggle with that.
I struggle to this day, honestly. You know, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I always want to give. But I think I'm coming to a point where I don't want them to break me down, you know, and I don't have nothing, you know?
I mean, the faster you get to that point, it'll be better for everybody because my younger brother, I sort of carry him and that sort of handicapped him.
Yeah.
You know, I love him to this day, but I sort of handicapped him into a way where he developed into a man later on in life. Like he grinding, he's good now, but I sort of stunted his growth as a person because I gave. And then when I had to cut that off to take care of my family, it was kind of a shock for him. But I still tried to put him in position. So the quicker you get to that point where you're able to say, look, I can try to set y'all up on something to let you grind and figure it out from there, you're gonna be good. But you can't give. They are gonna break you down. Yep. You can't be a piggy bank. You can still love them, but you can't be a piggy bank for them. But your trade here to the Titans, somebody told me Steph actually called the Texans and said, I want to go down here and be in the same division with you, so you can't run away from him. Now you got to see him twice a year.
Twice a year. Yeah. I'm ready for it.
But he made a special call to say,
I'm glad he made that call.
For you.
I'm glad he made that call.
What that's going to look like, because CJ like that boy, like Pat.
He's not like Pat. He's not like Pat.
Well,
I respect his game. He got some game.
Right.
But I'm not worried about none of that right now. None of it.
They got a stick over there.
Yeah, we do too. We got a stick too. You'll see when we play him.
I'm going to definitely see. I mean, that's my division too, because Jacksonville and the whole thing. So I'm
Diggs know what's up.
What you going to do when you come down to Duval?
I'm not worried about Duval neither. None of it.
That's the Bengals.
I ain't worried about none of it.
Okay.
They better be worried about us.
Okay, that young boy beat Brian Thomas.
I understand
Jr.,
what
LSU.
he did. I understand what he did. I understand that. I'm ready too.
Okay. All right.
Freddie T, does anything about this man sitting here say that he running from any smoke?
None.
Hey, this your.
I see the GIFs or the GIFs or whatever, GIFs. Man, the way he dogging Tyreek.
Yeah.
And all that,
This man ain't worried
I know
about
what time
none
it is.
of that.
I got to rough him up and see where he at. I love it.
It's like the football part of life for you is almost like that's the easy part.
Yeah.
That's the opportunity to get out and show people how good you can be, sort of get away from some of the things that you had to overcome. How great is it, man, to know that a game that you loved as a youngster has changed your family's life?
Man, it's a blessing. You know, we had it hard, man, growing up. And I'm just thankful I was the one who God put me in a position to change my whole entire family life.
Yeah.
Because it's just not going to stop with me, you know, my kids. I'm breaking that curse. You know, I'm blessed, honestly, blessed. You know, from what I've been through, from what I've seen, you know, I never thought I'd be in this position where I'm at right now. You know, first, I just want to thank God for it all.
Tell me what you're thinking. You have this history. I mean, bro, your grandfather and your pops were mates, were in jail together. That's where they spent time after decades of not seeing each other. Your mother as well. And you had an incident where somebody set something up, a friend of yours is injured, getting wheeled off, and you're in the back of a cop car. Tell me what your thoughts are at that moment that you're now in handcuffs where so many of your family members have been. A friend is injured, and everything you've ever worked for is in jeopardy.
Man, to this day, I still don't know how I got up out of that. Like, I still don't know how I didn't go to jail. I still don't. It's just surprising because, you know, that bullet was that close from hitting me. It went right through my face and it hit my homeboy. And, you know, in that moment, I started praying over him, you know, and I knew he was going to be all right, though. I knew he was going to be all right. God told me he was going to be all right. I knew he was going to be all right. But I thought my career was over with, though. I didn't think I was going to play football ever again.
I don't know, bro, the feeling of having a bullet come this close to hitting me. I don't know what it's like when that same bullet injures my friend or when I feel like I'm going down a road of tragedy that's derailed my entire lineage. You had to call somebody and tell them the predicament you were in. Who would you call?
I called my college counselor. First, I called my mom.
What she
called
said?
my mom first, and she was just in shock. What's going on my way? And she hung up. It was the first thing. And then I called my student counselor, Coach Jackson, LA, Louisiana Tech. I called him, told him what was going on. He was like, I'm on my way. I'm going to come get you.
When he gets to you, what did you tell him?
I explained everything, how it went down, and what took place, and he was like, I got you. We're going to be all right.
What were the pre-draft meetings like then? Because, you know, in pre-draft meetings, bro, they bring...
I kept it raw with him. I told him everything. I ain't leave nothing out.
So you was 100%?
I was 100% told him what went on, how it happened. I told him everything.
What were the reactions to your stories?
I was like, whoa, for real? I was like, yeah, that's me. You know, I'm not afraid to explain who I was because that's not who I am right now. So I can express that to you.
And draft day, what was that moment like?
Oh, man, it was going to the draft. You know, I didn't think I was going to go. I had got the late invite, you know, to the combine. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that process was kind of crazy. You know, I wasn't used to talking to a lot of guys and all of that. You know, it was kind of challenging for me.
I mean, I was talking in terms of like draft day itself, like spending it with family, whether you had a draft party or not.
Oh yeah, man, I had my whole entire family there. You know, from my son, my baby boy, I just had him at the moment. Mm-hmm. It was him, my mom, my brother, who was living, my other brother, my partner, my dad. You know, we even had a little parade around the city. Yeah, man, I had the whole city out. The whole city. the whole city.
15 seconds?
No, it was about 30 minutes. about 30. I was in the front, you know, about the whole entire city behind me. It was one to remember, man. I still got the videos recorded.
To go from that moment to a guy who makes, now hear me out, $1 million a game, about $1.5 million a month,
Why are you counting
I
his
don't know why you calling him out like
pockets?
that,
Because
right?
he's a Sagittarius. That's what they do to each other.
They're Aquariuses.
This guy,
They're Aquariuses, Channing.
I trust a lot of people. I don't know about it. He switch up on you. But no, actually it's out there. Like the whole world.
no, the money out
But
there.
sometimes, like I know he used to be like, all right, this is what I'm getting paid this week.
yeah.
And that's the only thing he played for. Some people play to win it. He'll tell you.
Sure,
But you know,
Shit.
just to break it down and put it in perspective, like I think it's dope that you make $2,000 an hour, $52,000 a day,
Nah, then.
$52,000 a day. You know how many episodes we got to shoot, bruh? I mean, you go from that to that, coming up like RCX, just being blessed and put in that position just to, you know, for your kids, if you do it right.
Definitely.
You think about that often.
Yes, think about it every day. Every day I wake up, I thank God for my bank account. I pray over that bank account every day, man. If I can keep that money, man, I pray over it. Come from where I come from, man. It's different.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
different.
yeah. We got similar upbringing.
Yeah. And what was everybody got a vice. And with fourth round money, you can't fulfill a lot of vices. But with being one of the top paid corner in the league, you fulfill a lot of vices. What you got? I went to buying boats. I was silly. I just bought boats. I can't get on 4 boats at a time, but I had them and I could look at them.
You bought 4 boats?
Just boats. I just bought boats. Didn't even like some of them.
I bought me a house, about it. Got me a couple 18-wheelers. Got me a couple. That's what I did with that money. 18-wheelers. Couple
money.
business.
That's gonna give money back to you, though.
Yeah, trying to get some business going on.
So you make millions and become an
I bought me a
entrepreneur?
Rolls Royce. I bought me a Rolls Royce too.
Okay.
Got me one. That's my treat to myself. Rolls Royce. And the house I got out here.
Chan, why you can't become an entrepreneur? Like, you get money, and now you're in a position where you could do something different. The pivot is supposed to tell these young people how to pivot and give examples of young folks who life started off one way, and now it's another way, and now he's being an entrepreneur because he has enough money to be an entrepreneur and set his family up far beyond what his legs, his body could do. That's what, you making fun of him? Because he ain't buy boats?
Listen, Reverend. You give me $50 million, I'm gonna buy something fun. I'm not buying an 18-wheeler.
I just want to know if he gonna get better suits this year.
Definitely.
Yeah, suits
You
be
know, I
poppin'.
stay with them suits. Hey, I'm a suit guy.
Hey,
I'm a suit
Jan,
guy.
so tell me a little bit, Sneed. Like, I'm a suit guy, right? What is your thought process of you picking out these fabrics? Because you don't just wear, like, you're not gonna just wear like a solid color.
It gotta be
navy.
exclusive. It gotta be something that'll stand out, that'll stick out. So when I'm looking at the fabric, I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't never seen this one. I ain't never seen nobody with this one, so yeah, I'm gonna pick this one.
But sometimes, Sneed, you ain't never seen nobody with it because it's not supposed to be worn.
That's true, but I'm gonna wear it though. To the T. To the T.
What was the one? When did you wear like the red and black, like tiger? You know what I'm talking about? It was
Yeah, that was Baltimore. That was Baltimore game with the long
joint.
The joint, yeah, with the.
So when you put that on, Sneed, you looked in the mirror,
I felt good.
and before the game, you was like, I'm gonna make some plays.
I
today.
knew something was gonna happen. Just got my chain too. Fresh Cartiers on. I knew something was gonna happen.
Bro, when you think about like where life is for you now, I was reading an article and you told your dad, they were interviewing you about your past, and he was like, Pops, I want you to talk to. Could you ever have imagined that you would have that relationship now with your father after some of the things that y'all went through?
I never thought I'd hear from my dad again. Yeah, I was that mad at him. I didn't hear from him from 9th grade all the way to my 12th grade year. And then we fell out, again. And then, it just never was right, it didn't feel right. And then I had to make the decision to forgive him and, to move on. That's my father. I always wanted him in my life, so come and be in my life.
Is it different though, because, and I don't know when the relationship got to a point where you were ready to move on, but it would almost seem that your entire life in the places you needed him, right? You need him in middle school when your mom tells you to move down there.
Right.
You need him in 9th grade. You need him in 12th grade when you fall out. You don't necessarily need him to take care of you now as an adult. You don't need him to give you money.
Yes, sir.
You made a decision to forgive him when he actually can't do much for you. What went into making the decision that, you know what, Daddy, I forgive you, Pops, because I need and I want, not even I need, I want a relationship with you?
Yeah, because I wanted a relationship with my kids. You know, it started with my kids. I didn't want to just get out of my kids' life and walk out. So I tried to make it up for my father. I felt that we missed time, and I tried to be there for my kids and show them.
And me and my daddy fell out kind of that same way. Late high school, I thought I'm a man now.
Mm-hmm.
I can cuss. He tried to tell me I can't cuss.
Mm-hmm.
I said, F you, I'm a cuss because I'm a grown ass man. You know, you get your little, you know, start growing some face hair.
He got beat up when he did that.
I did that. I did get beat up. It's all good.
Pops had hands. My dad had bad knees. I just moved around a lot. He got sore. But what was that moment of getting back together? Because mine was Nat Moore, who played ball with my dad in the league back in the day, and then he's a high-ranking official with the Dolphins. And he came up to me and called my dad and said, listen, I played with your dad. Now I work with you. Y'all got the same name. Y'all about to be tight. He almost didn't give us a chance, an option not to be friends, not to be tight, not to have a relationship. And to this day, now that's my ace, that's my dude. What was that moment like when it was like, okay, I'm put all this in the past, all this trap, put it behind me, and me and my daddy about to be how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave Pop's side. You know, once it was like that, like we had a great relationship in jail. Like I wanted to see him every weekend. Even when we went to the halfway house, you know, he had me come out there every weekend and spend time with him, you know. And I just tried to make that time back up, you know. And, you know, when I got that time back, you know, I didn't want to leave his side. You know, it was special because, you know, that's Pops. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's just a special, you know, moment for me.
Yeah, I love that you're able to, you know, mend that bond with your pop and also be an example for your children,
Kids, yeah.
you know, and be in position to break those generational curses and set your kids and their kids up. So with that, we always ask our guests, what's their biggest pivot? You know, it's that one moment in life that you can look back on, or moments you can say, without this happening to me, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
I have a couple pivots.
Yeah.
The first one, I'd say in college. You know, I had not one mistake, 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes. You know, my first 3 years in college, I was making mistakes. I say that last one when my partner got shot, that's when I was like, I got to get my act together, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a chance to change my family life, you know. I don't want my son growing up how I grew up.
Right.
And that's what made me make that pivot. And the next one was my rookie year. After my rookie season, you know, my brother passed.
Right.
You know, he kept me with it. He left me with a word, you know, take care of my mom, make sure everything is okay. If you don't do nothing else, just make sure you take care of mom. And, you know, he said it with like a voice that it stuck with me. And it just changed me. And then I tried to make sure, you know, mom was straight. I bought mom a house, bought mom a car. I ain't even had the money. Did all that. You know, I just tried to make sure she was straight because she made sure she got out, all of us were straight.
Mm.
How often do you hear that voice?
Every time I think about him. You know, every time I'm going through hard times, it creeps up on me. Keep going.
Right.
Make sure you take care of mama. You know, all the little words he told me. You know, I still have his letter that he wrote me right before he left. And it just sticks with me to this day.
When you were reading that letter for the first time, did you imagine it would be sort of the last thing he left you?
Not at all. I thought he'd still be here.
Does it read differently now that it was the last thing? Does it make you feel different about it?
Because it feel that, my bad, y'all.
No, you good, bro.
It feel that, no, he, like I said, like he knew he was finna leave. And it's so crazy, man. Everybody travels to the games, my home games. He was the only one to stay back that game, stay home. And we got the bad call right before the game, the next day.
What did,
That's why it stick with me the most, though, because how things happen. That's why his words just stick with me.
now with the position you're able to be in, you know, how often, though, do you get to just get on your knees, man, and tell him how grateful you are that he took care of you and your brothers, because without him,
we wouldn't be nothing. We'll be running around the streets probably still. You know, without him, I thank him. I pray to God every night. I hit my knees every night, every morning. I pray with my mom. We have a little group session, the whole entire family just get on. We just pray. And me and my mom have our own little separate little prayer. So every day I pray for her. I pray.
So Channing always says God don't care who win football games, right? But all you've ever done in this league is win. How do you feel about the 2024 Titans' chance to compete in the AFC South?
I definitely feel we have a chance. You know, right now we're building, and I see we're building in the right direction. You know, I've been around winning teams. I know what winning looks like. You know, we're taking these steps day by day, from the coaches, you know, to the players. And I know we're going to be all right.
Jamar and Steph want to have a Zoom with you later. So, you know, they just want to get on and talk to you. They can't be free.
I'm with it.
Hey, my dog say I don't care about none of that.
I ain't worried about him.
My dog say he don't care about none of that.
My boy, appreciate you, bro.
Love, baby.
For sure.
Freddie T,
Yes, sir.
L'Jarius, he
I need to
183.
contact me. I want to chop it over with you, man.
Let's do it. For sure.
He 183. He don't
no,
return
he
my
can get
text
to it.
messages, so I don't know.
Definitely. He can definitely get to it.
All right, guys, here at Fanatics Fest, and we spotted one of our friends
How we doing,
with one of our
Golden
friends'
TV?
jerseys on. So can you explain why you have the Fred Taylor jersey on?
Yeah, I came all the way from Florida to support Fred Taylor. He's a Gator, Florida born, raised, but more importantly, I need to spread the word to everybody that he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. His numbers speak for themselves. Class act, he gives back to the community. Always just a role model, and he's a perfect candidate. So I'm here to promote, let everybody know at Fanatics Fest, Fred Taylor should be in the Hall of Fame. Supporting FT, Freddie T.
Why did the Fred Taylor fandom start in the first place?
Man, Fred Taylor is just one of those running backs that you don't see anymore. The way he just runs hard, you know, those 3-down running backs, they really don't make them anymore.
All right, so we have a little bit of surprise for you today if you turn around.
I got a little surprise for you.
Freddie T!
So, on behalf of Fanatics Sportsbook, I want to present crazy Freddie T
gosh.
fan. I want to present you with this jersey
Oh man, this is
on behalf of Fanatics.
Yo, thank you, Freddie.
You know when Fanatics go, they go big. We got a $1,000
Oh,
bonus bet.
listen, I was thinking about putting it on the Jaguars. Would you be mad if I go all Dolphins?
I can't tell you where to go. It's your shot, but congratulations.
Hollywood, did you finish watching?
There you go. Good. Nice. More.
I've never got blocked in this game.
Man,
Go.
didn't. I would have blocked the shit out you in this drill.
Y'all sit right here. Trey, you sit like this. No, you wouldn't. I'd have grabbed your shit and I'd have thrown you to the side.
See that extra, see what I'm saying, boy?
Bro,
Hey.
it was the easiest drill in
I'd
the
have dropped
history.
them
Of, you wouldn't have dropped them hits, man.
You know what? I was cool. The cheating was the bull rush. Like we
Yeah.
had a no bull rush one. Our winning period was one-on-one.
One-on-one pass.
The-
thing.
the-
That's
the
the thing.
routes.
So that's why y'all
I
always want to
ain't
do.
nobody guarding me, bitch.
And Fred, I would.
Now, I wasn't gonna catch them all, but you wasn't gonna guard me. Big catch.
Yeah.
That's a big catch. That's how I would have did you, champ.
That's not how you'd have did me.
I get lucky on some tough
Man,
catches
I ran
sometimes.
straight through the backfield and knocked you out
What you think
2
you got
yards
right here?
deep.
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up. On the mission got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision I can trust. Trust, limitless. Take a stomach, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up. On the mission.